Hello folks, welcome to another Stuff Picks. The person in question this time is Phil. He looks like this. He is the head of our warehouse team. I'm hoping he makes a really good coffee because I've had a very long ride getting here. Can't wait to see him and his animals actually. Most importantly the animals, probably more so than him. In a bit. Hey Interphone. Cool. Phil, you are. Phil, you're. Where am I best parking around the back, am I? Hello.
Way back in Daddy.
No, it doesn't care. Do you like me?
She'll be fine. She just barked.
Hello.
Go nails.
And the other one couldn't give less of a shit. So.
Just like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, fine. I've got my own day to live, mate. I don't care who you are. Hello. You're so soft.
Sod's Law, my garage is the one furthest from the house.
So, I mean, obviously the bike that everyone wants to know about is this little beauty here.
Yeah, man. And JJ, I'm so sorry, but I killed your beloved
You killed it,
moped.
didn't you?
I did. I was riding home a few weeks back, about a month back, and the temperature spiked, and then the oil plug blew out, and yeah, she hasn't run since. Poor girl. I'll get it fixed at some point. I say to myself.
I don't believe you. I don't believe that
Honestly,
for a second.
I don't believe myself when I say that. And then this is, I say the pride and joy, but this is the big boy. I've had this one, I want to say 3 years now.
Okay.
I think around that sort of mark. I had a Sportster before it, Iron 883. Sold that one, treated myself to this one, and kind of regret it. I miss my Sportster. It was a lot lighter and more fun, and this one's just too heavy a bike.
So introduce it actually. So this is the
Harley Davidson Dyna FXDX Superglide Sport 1450cc. I am such a nerd, I hate myself.
You are a Harley nerd, yeah. So you've got obviously quite short bars on. You've stuck those on.
Yeah, so they're nice narrow
stubbier
bars. Again, just so I can fit through traffic nice and easy. I think the widest point on this bike when I'm on it is my knees. So the other accessory I definitely have to point out that I'm rider sell, rock straps. Given the distance I commute, Milton Keynes to Battersea, I don't want to wear a backpack the entire way. Yeah. These literally live on the bike. So yeah, that's a big shout. I love those things. They are the best investment I think I've ever made in terms of an accessory. So I'm going to admit it. I think Andy's probably taken the crown on nicest sounding bike, but I think I'm probably
I don't know if we're all agreed on that one, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, I mean, Lawrence thinks his is, but he's just wrong. That Zardy's also on Andy's just sounds so good. But I'd say this is a close second. It sounds
So what's the exhaust
tasty.
you've got on yours?
It's a Super Trap.
You do know the clip I'm going to splice in over your exhaust noise, right?
Which one are you going for?
I'll show you later.
No?
No.
Okay. Come on, that's got to be at least a close second.
I've got to admit, it is tasty.
It sounds good.
A Harley does sound nice.
Yes, that's my bike. Gears, what do you want? You would turn up now, wouldn't you?
I've set myself up for failure now, haven't I? You're going to come in for strokes.
Oh,
I'm going
yeah.
to get distracted.
She'll be up here at some point.
Thank you very much for welcoming me into your house.
More than welcome.
Ben.
More than welcome.
Thank you for the coffee. So obviously we're going to go through your gear as standard. You know the format by now. We're going to go through your clothing. I did think about doing boots up, but I think we'll just...
Let's just go top down. It's easy. Let's go top down.
Let's go with that. So let's go with your most used helmet out of these
Most
two.
used.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt, and you can tell by how messed up it is my DMD vintage.
Okay.
It's not quiet, but that's what earphones are invented for.
I mean, tell me an open face helmet that is quiet.
Hedons.
Oh yeah?
The Hedons are actually pretty quiet, surprisingly.
All right, okay.
So if you really want quiet, I recommend Hedon, but I love the DMD vintage. Low profile, comfy, does the job. I've had this one, I think about 6 years now. It's had more drops than I care to mention and has more chips than I care to see, but it's just so comfy. I don't really want to replace it, but I will have to at some point. So
yeah,
that's my absolute go-to.
It's a good one. It almost looks like the patina is on it on purpose, but I'm assuming that's just age.
That's pure road grind. You wouldn't want to run your finger over this helmet, to be honest.
You also couple this with sunglasses though, right?
I do, yeah.
That is something I found quite handy with either the open face or the motocross helmets, is having something for your eyes to stop,
Exactly.
Up.
So my sunglasses of choice, I carry 2 pairs, day and night. KD sunglasses.
Clever.
They're super cheap. They're super, if I break them, I think about 10, 15 quid online.
Yeah.
So that's what I use non-stop. I'm hoping Rider are going to start selling them soon because they'll save me a fortune on ordering loads of pairs.
Yeah, we don't sell them yet. That may change in the future. I do like the fact we've just been interrupted by the cat. Finally, you're here.
John, told you to do it.
I think so. If you're looking for something similar, I guess we've got Rogues.
Yeah, the Rogue sunglasses. I've got a pair of them somewhere around. But yeah, the Rogue ones are again similar thing. Really thin arms, so they slide into the helmet nicely.
Key.
They've got a little bit of a bigger lens, which is actually quite nice if you're on a motorway because it just takes a little bit more wind out your eyes.
Yeah. And your second helmet down there, we've got a full face.
Second helmet for those really, really cold days or the days where I have to ride in the rain, because I'm not ashamed to admit it, I'm pretty much a fair weather rider. SHOEI RYD.
Yeah.
Got the INTERPHONE shape with it, just so
I was going to say you've got intercom, yeah.
Yeah, not for chatting to passengers, because the missus doesn't like going on the back of the bike that much, so very much just for me to listen to music. Yeah, it's a comfy helmet. It's the only problem I've had with this, the only one, is wearing sunglasses in it.
Okay.
Your glasses will fog up. There's no way around it.
I get that with any of mine, yeah.
It's a nightmare.
I haven't found a way around it.
If you're going to be riding in these, like my commute, well, in winter, it's dark to light.
Right.
So I'm leaving the house, it's pitch black. I'm getting to work, it's sunny and bright.
And there's no drop down on that?
There's no drop down. Okay. But what I should have done is with this, got the photo transitional visor.
I was going to say they do one, yeah.
Andy had one, and I never bought myself to bite that bullet because they're not exactly cheap, but they are damn good.
It's a great helmet. It's a very functional, nice little price point as well on that one, actually.
Yeah, that's why I got it, because I mean, you know what, that's a very good price for a SHOEI. Yeah. And so I was kind of amazed. I was like, you know what, let's treat myself, and it's a good backup. Okay,
so moving on to your torso, what's your most used jacket?
Most used jacket is without a doubt.
Yeah, I know.
And I love this thing. And
I've seen that one over your chair a lot.
It looks used because it is used a lot. In fact, let me take the vest off. Yes, I have a cool vest because...
I don't want to shame you, but how many times have you washed that in its life?
You can wash this.
Good answer.
I think it just smells like me. It's fine. Don't make this anymore. But
yeah,
I absolutely love it. I got it years and years ago, back when I first started with Urban Rider. Sorry, the Roland Sands Stoddard.
Yeah.
What I love most about it is the fact that, and I'm going to have a dig at all the other shirt manufacturers here. All of them go, hey, it's a shirt, so it has to look like a shirt. So we have to have a zip. And then you have to do a series of buttons up to make it look like poppers. And because it's a shirt, we're not going to give you pockets down here. That really pisses me off, because although you want it to look like a shirt, when you're riding past someone, they're not looking at those details. And when you're off the bike, it's much more functional to have a couple of little pockets and just a straight zip.
Yeah.
So for me, I really need to replace this, because you can see that it's proper falling apart.
How many years old is this?
About 6 years old, and it has been worn.
Every day. I've seen it on your chair a lot.
I wear it even in winter if it's not raining, just purely for the fact that I love it. It's so comfortable. I just layer up. I've got a load of thermals that I chuck underneath. But then, you know, hottest summer day, I wear this with a t-shirt underneath. I'll unpop the sleeves so I get a bit more airflow down there. And this thing, it breathes fantastically.
Nice. You know. So, obviously, because we don't have that particular shirt anymore, is there anything else that's caught your eye in terms of what we do stock at the minute?
Recently, yes. So I haven't replaced this for 6 years because none of the other shirts have come close to what I want out of a shirt. And then PANDO MOTO have just dropped their new one. I can't remember what it's called, but the new PANDO MOTO riding shirt is the same as this in the sense it's just a zip. There's no popper layer over the top. It's got little pockets, which are handy when you get off the bike. Yeah. And it, you know, from a distance, from all intents and purposes, it looks like a shirt, but it functions like a lightweight jacket. And that, for me, is the absolute perfection. So that's going to be my next investment.
And the other jacket you've got down there, I can see, is a Merlin.
Now, this is a Merlin, and forgive my sins, but I honestly can't remember what this Merlin jacket is called. I got it years and years ago.
Let me flash up a name on the screen.
That's what post is for.
That's what future Tim is for.
Lawrence is going to tell you it, and then you're going to put it on there. He knows this stuff.
Help us out.
As the Elmhurst.
So this one, it will work similarly to a lot of the rest of them.
I mean, again, similar reasons I went for this one. There's no popper layer over the top. They put theirs underneath. There's a nice waterproof storm flap underneath, so that obviously the water's not going to get through. Nice clean design, just, you know, one like proper chest pocket, one concealed one. It feels nice and weighty, which I quite like. It's one of those things that when you buy a winter jacket, you want it to feel weighty. You don't want it to feel light, and it feels really nice.
It looks good. It goes with your nice, I want to say autumnal, but sort of dark, muted colours. You've got a lot of browns and
yeah. The missus told me a few years ago that autumnal colours suit me, so apparently
you went
that's just
all
what
in.
I buy. I just buy autumnal colours now.
gypsies.
This is about as bright as I get.
Next up, we're going to do your hands. So what are the first ones you got there?
So these are, again, I think we've stopped doing this brand now, which in my mind is a shame because the gloves are so lovely. They are 78 sprint gloves.
Okay.
However, unfortunately, the time is, I think, coming where these are going to be soon for the scrap heap because 6 years of hard riding and long
Sad day,
mileage,
that, isn't it?
you can start seeing holes appearing in the fingers.
Yeah, I can tell by your shirt you don't like saying goodbye to stuff, so
really
I'd
don't.
imagine they're still going to stay
Once
with
it's
you.
comfy, I want to keep it forever. So I will, again, use these until I literally have fingers poking out of them.
So what is it you like about these? The fact they are, I mean, there's no armour in them.
No, just super breathable, super comfortable. They were quite stiff when I first got them, but they moulded very, very quickly.
Yeah.
My next pair of gloves will be probably the KNOX Hadleighs.
Okay.
I've been looking at them. I really like them. I've tried them on a few times. The fit's nice. I've just got to decide whether I want to replace these or replace my my shirt first, and whichever one my budget will allow. But that'll be.
You can send donations to. We'll start a
GoFundMe. GoFundMe, fund the chubby boy. I don't want to say bye. I really don't.
It's time.
Does it have to be?
Yeah. And the shirt.
Oh.
All in
Why are
one
you doing
go.
this to me, man? You're just literally giving me some kind of like
Sorry, man. I didn't mean
existential
to.
crisis about
I
my
wasn't
gear
expecting
now.
to come here and be so harsh. So your other gloves?
So that's my summer gloves because they are so light and breathable.
Yeah.
But so yeah, my cold weather gloves are the MERLIN RANTONs, I believe they're called. These are again the original ones, the Mark ones. And I went for them purely because, as you can see, they are very, very short cuffed. So I hate when you've got a big bulky jacket, big bulky gloves, and trying to squeeze them into each other, and that it annoys me. So, there have been days where with these, even my hands have been cold, but that was days where it was -2.
Are they waterproof as well?
Yeah, waterproof membrane. I found these were actually very easy. Sometimes with waterproof gloves with a membrane, you put them on, you stop at the petrol station, you take them off, the liner comes out with it, and you can never get it back on. I found with these, they were super easy to get back on and off, which I really like. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. Because I really like a short cuff on my winter gloves as well.
Yeah.
If you don't need to go for a long cuff, it's nice to have a short one because it's easier to
Exactly.
fit with your jacket. And obviously there's a new version of these, very, very similar. Next limb we're going to go to is legs, as always.
We are twinsies.
You're in them.
We are twinsies.
I did think this morning, I looked in the cupboard, I was like, what shall I wear? And I was going to wear these anyway, but...
So these, you can tell us what these are.
These are the John Doe Pioneer, and they are one of my favourite jeans. I actually got some Pandos recently, Motos, and I have to say, they might have edged it actually for me on them. But they're a very different style, so they are cargo style, and they're much more
was
obviously...
that the Marks, I think it is? Or,
Yeah.
I was going to get a pair of them.
They're
but
really
they don't
nice.
make them in fat boy sizes. They don't go to my size. I got a belly, so they don't go to my size. That was the only reason I went for the John Does, because they will have any size you can imagine. They literally are every size and shape. They will cover it. I'm very happy with these. They're super comfy. They're very much all day wearers.
Yeah.
You forget they're bike jeans. You honestly do. No one looks at them and goes, they're bike jeans.
Not at all.
They are honestly just the perfect comfort. They've got a little bit of stretch to them, a little bit of give. I like the colour.
So you went with the Pioneer. Did you try on the Taylor and it's the Dylan's the smallest?
I did, yeah. I can't remember which one's which.
Dylan's too skinny. Taylor's
the skinny one was too skinny for me. It was a little bit too, especially with my monstrous calves, it was a little bit too tight. And then the
Taylor's are regular.
Yeah, they were again too baggy for me. I like something that's nice and tight around the booty. So I went for these. And hey, it's my best feature. Got to show that bad boy off. So I went with these, and you know what? I could not be happier with them. They are. I'm a late convert to riding jeans. I used to always just wear bog standard jeans, Levi's and stuff like that.
We have been trying to tease you into proper jeans for a while.
Yeah, it took everyone a while, but I finally got there. And you know what? They are comfy, and I'll throw my hands up. I was wrong. I should have worn jeans.
Well, especially when you don't need to compromise, right? They feel like regular jeans. I can understand if they're 3 layers thick and they're super hot.
That's what I remember from riding jeans. When I first started riding, that was what the riding jeans were, and they were super uncomfortable, and I just didn't want to wear them, and so I just never did. And it's only recently I've converted back to actually riding jeans. So
good. Yeah.
It's only taken over riders 6 years, guys. Don't worry, we'll get you too.
And then obviously attached to that, you've got your boots.
I got my boots. I've got a pair of HELSTONS Mountain. They took a little while to break in. I've had these about 6 months now. And then unfortunately, we had a few little flaws appearing with the welting, which is a shame.
So it's because they've got a mock Goodyear welt, like you said on the side, right?
Yeah.
So almost like they're trying to make that
style.
Yeah, you've got the stitching running around that
Yeah.
looks like Goodyear welt, but
That's a shame.
when it lifts up, there's nothing there.
So
which
the
is kind of
boots
annoying.
that I've got with, I know for sure, a Goodyear welt are the Rockers, right?
Yes.
And you can tell mine are 7, 8 years old. I think maybe even 8 years old. So they are still going absolutely strong. So there's a difference between when you see these names, you go, oh, does it make that much of a difference? Sometimes it really can make that profound a difference.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably going to be my next pair is the Rockers.
Yeah.
Purely for the fact that I've seen a load of the guys at the office get them. I should have got them this
They're a
time.
good pair of boots.
But I mean, it's a shame. I was really excited about these, and they have been super comfortable. It's just that little bit.
Okay.
Like I said, hopefully it is just my pair, and they'll be on a warranty claim at some point, and I'll get a
Yeah.
new pair or get them repaired. But we'll see.
I mean, it's good to know. We also we take this stuff seriously as well. So if we do get a lot of returns with something, it does flag that it needs looking at. But as we've mentioned, there are several alternatives.
There are plenty of alternatives out there.
Absolutely, I would recommend the Rockers because I've owned them myself and I can tell you how good they are.
Yeah, I regret
Or
not
the
going for them.
TTX.
I think
that
that's all my
everything?
gear, other than neck tubes and.
I mean,
I
I
think
won't
that's
show you
everything.
neck tubes. It's not. We don't need to see your neck tubes, your socks, your underwear.
I think my socks have bears on it. Yeah, bears, baby.
I'll just assume you wear these things as well. It's fine.
No underwear, obviously, but yeah, that's fine.
Naturally, I mean, yeah, these trousers.
They're so comfy,
comfortable
I
now.
don't need them,
You
it's
don't need
fine.
underwear. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate your time, Phil.
No problem at all.
Appreciate your
Thanks for
little
coming.
family of animals.
Yeah, that's all right. They're all here. And thanks for coming all the way to Milton Keynes to see me. I know
Mate,
it's a bit of a journey.
how do you deal with that? I thought
Coffee,
mine was bad. Yeah,
coffee,
okay.
energy drinks, nicotine, anything that will help me.
I'd get into work with a 1,000-yard stare. I've seen some stuff today, man.
No, I've just kind of got used to it. It's a testament to Urban Rider and the company that the fact that I'm willing to do this
You'll put up
commute
with
for
that, yeah.
5-6 years.
Yeah, I know. Seriously
So-
impressive. All right, this camera. Say goodbye to the people at home.
See you later. Hasta luego.
Nice, short, sharp, done.
Gizzy, don't fucking do it.
I'm watching you.
Gizzy, don't fucking do it.
Don't you fucking dare. If you scratch on that camera,